What's up, F1 fanatics? Before we dive into this absolute bombshell that's about to shake Max Verstappen and Norris, I need you guys to help me settle this debate. Who's the better driver heading into 2026? George Russell or Lando Norris? Drop your answer in the comments because, after what I'm about to reveal here, this debate is going to be absolutely insane. Guys, I'm literally shaking as I bring you this exclusive story. We're talking about a scandal so massive, so controversial, that it could completely rewrite the 2026 Formula One Championship before it even begins. Mercedes is at the center of what might be the biggest technical controversy in modern F1 history, and Bernie Ecclestone himself just issued a warning that sent shockwaves through the paddock. Here's what's going down behind the scenes in Bahrain, and trust me, this is information that some people don't want you to know. During preseason testing, something absolutely extraordinary happened. While everyone was watching, Max Verstappen and Red Bull powertrains dominate the headlines with their incredible efficiency. Mercedes was quietly executing what their rivals are calling the most sophisticated technical loophole in F1 history. Lando Norris, one of the 8 drivers who will be running Mercedes power units in 2026, just admitted something that should absolutely terrify every Red Bull fan out there. He basically confirmed that Mercedes needs to find more efficiency to match Red Bull's energy delivery system. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. While Norris is publicly saying Mercedes needs to catch up to their rivals, behind the scenes, Mercedes might have already found something so revolutionary that other manufacturers are literally panicking. George Russell and Kimi Antonelli set the fastest times in the first week of testing, and immediately Max Verstappen accused Mercedes of hiding their true pace. But this goes way deeper than just sandbagging people. We're talking about a potential game changer that could make Mercedes-powered cars 0.2 to 0.3 seconds per lap faster than everyone else. The FIA is in absolute crisis mode right now. They're so concerned about this situation that Nicolas Tombazis, the FIA's single-seater director, made an unprecedented statement saying they want the battle to be fought on the tracks, not in courts or stewards' rooms. When the FIA makes statements like that, you know something massive is brewing. And here's where it gets even crazier. We're not talking about Toto Wolff's claim of just 2 or 3 horsepower difference. According to insider sources from F1 Insider, that number is ridiculous. The real performance advantage we're looking at could be worth several tenths per lap, which in Formula One terms is absolutely devastating for the competition. Think about this for a second. There are 8 cars on the 2026 grid that will be powered by Mercedes. The factory team with Russell and Antonelli, McLaren with Norris, and Piastri, Williams, and Alpine. If Mercedes really found this loophole, we could be looking at 8 cars that are significantly faster than everyone else. That's not a championship fight. That's a complete domination scenario that would make Red Bull's recent success look like child's play. But wait, it gets even more dramatic. Honda, Audi, and Red Bull Ford supposedly united to file a formal protest with the FIA. When rival manufacturers band together like this, you know we're dealing with something that could fundamentally change the sport. Even Ferrari was expected to join this protest, but Fred Vasseur made it clear they're not there to protest. They just want clear regulations that everyone understands the same way. Now, here's where this story takes an absolutely incredible turn. And if you guys are loving this exclusive coverage, smash that like button because this kind of insider information doesn't come easy. Bernie Ecclestone, the former F1 Supremo, who's seen it all in this sport, just issued a warning to Mercedes that's both brilliant and terrifying. He said, if your rivals are already protesting against you and your engine, maybe it's better to control the pace a bit. This is Bernie basically telling Mercedes they made a strategic error by showing their real speed on Friday. Can you imagine? The man who built modern Formula One is essentially saying Mercedes revealed their cards too early, and now they're in the crosshairs of every other manufacturer on the grid. But here's what makes this even more explosive. The 2026 regulations are already controversial enough. Max Verstappen has been absolutely brutal in his criticism, calling the new rules anti-sport and comparing it to supercharged Formula E. The new power units eliminate the MGUH, adopt fully sustainable fuels, and create a 50-50 power split between combustion engines and batteries. The electric systems can now generate up to 350 kilowatts compared to just 120 kilowatts in 2025. Russell defended these regulations, pointing out the political pressure from the European Union toward electric vehicles and how it influenced the rules to attract manufacturers like Audi. But if Mercedes found a way to exploit these new regulations, while everyone else is still trying to figure them out, we could be looking at the most one-sided championship in F1 history. The timing of this couldn't be more perfect for Mercedes. They're coming off years of struggling against Red Bull's domination, and now, just when everyone thought Red Bull powertrains would be the benchmark for 2026, Mercedes might have pulled off the ultimate comeback. Lando Norris admitted that Red Bull seems to have done a very good job, and their power unit looks very strong. But what if Mercedes was just playing the long game? Here's the really mind-blowing part. The FIA Commission is meeting this Wednesday to potentially change the rules to address this power unit controversy. We're talking about rule changes happening in real time because one manufacturer might have outsmarted everyone else so completely that it threatens the competitive balance of the entire sport. The compression ratio measurement issue that's at the heart of this controversy could determine whether we have the most exciting 2026 season ever, or whether Mercedes dominates both championships before the first race even begins. 8 Mercedes-powered cars potentially having a significant advantage would create a scenario where the real championship fight happens between Russell, Norris, Piastri, and whoever else gets those coveted Mercedes seats. And here's what's keeping me up at night thinking about this. If Mercedes really found this loophole, it validates everything we love about Formula One's engineering brilliance, but it also potentially ruins the competitive spectacle that makes this sport so incredible. We could be looking at a situation where track position becomes irrelevant because Mercedes-powered cars can just drive away from everyone else. The psychological warfare happening right now is absolutely incredible. You have Norris publicly saying Mercedes needs to improve efficiency while potentially sitting on the most advanced power unit on the grid. You have Verstappen calling out Mercedes for hiding their true pace. You have rival manufacturers uniting in protest. And you have Bernie Ecclestone warning Mercedes they showed their cards too early. This is Formula One politics and technical innovation at its absolute peak, and we're witnessing it unfold in real time. The next few weeks leading up to that FIA Commission meeting on Wednesday will determine whether we have the most competitive 2026 season in years, or whether Mercedes just pulled off the biggest technical coup in modern F1 history.